Were they older? No, they were about 25. I would guess mid to late 20s, or early to mid 20s. Old enough to know better. That into breaking and the skin independent heart of your brain if they get offended if I tell them. Prefer to remind people using neutral so that they come to conclusion themselves. Kept hearing some low talk in the whisper. Ha ha ha. The 2-tab problem. I have been there before. Because I have, each of my windows has probably 30 or 40 tabs, and I usually have 2 or 3 windows open. And one of the windows is 95% Google Maps. I'll have like routes from here to here, here to here, here to here. And then on that tab, I'll have like maybe 1 or 2 Twitch. And then another tab, I'll probably have 1 or 2 Twitch. And then a YouTube. Spider Nest, Bus Barn. Takaoka, that's the city I was thinking of. Dude, we still have 20 miles or 20 kilometers to that's a tiny bench too. 20 kilometers to Oyabe. We have not made it very far. I guess I have to hope that the hotel that I booked for tonight is not actually in Oyabe. Like, it's Oyabe, but it's not in Oyabe. 19 kilometers means I've got like 5 more hours still. I guess that's about right. 4.5, 5 hours. Damn, Christmas. I'll be getting in at like 7 o'clock. It's gonna be so dark by 7. Yes, I know telling or yelling is good for urgent or danger situation. Well, it's, I mean, if I thought if you yelled at me, I stepped over a live power line and followed Timo and Beppu. Yeah, Timo and Beppu is pushing for partner. I think she already applied for it, but Yeah, she's pushing for partner. She's not in Beppu today. Interesting. Sorry, chat, you guys are in my pocket because I'm just trying to... I think the Chinese restaurant is up there. Just past the Family Mart. Ugh. I mean, that means I've still got like easily 4.5 hours Google time. And like I said, the second half is going to be harder because from the roadside station onward, there's really nothing, no water. There's a couple of places with a few vending machines, but it's not very many. Is the Chinese restaurant on the left side or the right? I think it's on the left side, right? Thanks, Arctic Wolf. Hatagoya. Hatagoya. Oyabe. What's up, Groundwalker? What's up, Magic Missiles? How you doing? Left side, same as same. Okay, thank you. Technically, I am a day walker because I walk during the day. Yeah, closer to 4 hours. Oof. Wearing a cute hat, nice. Beef short ribs. That sounds good. Hold on, everyone's still in my pocket because I'm trying to get to the restaurant so we can hurry up and eat and get out of there. They close at 2:30. Have we passed it already? Or? はい、一人。はい、ありがとうございます。Okay, chat, we're gonna have to go into privacy mode or something. There's no space for us.
Conversation, and then during that conversation, this guy will turn around and say, "Well, it's okay to talk to you." You know, he didn't want to talk to me because he saw that video and he really, really didn't want to bother me.
Oh,
so I get it, of
okay.
course. So I've created now a thing where there's many people out there who would like to come and talk, but they don't want to bother me because of what I said, because of all these people bothering me. And both things are true.
Yeah.
I'm not getting videos done because of I gave you time tonight, but of course I love doing that. Of course I do. Whatever, we're coming around the same thing here. It's time to move on to a different topic here. I'm sorry, but it's my challenge now to try and get this sorted out. And one thing, when I came back from my visit to Canada a few weeks ago, I sat down with the ladies up here, the management team, Aino-san, Aya-san, and Yamada-kun, and the other. And we tried, how can you guys help me? And one idea came up, and we did this. I registered a membership with a place around the back street here, 2 blocks away. It's called Biz Comfort. It's a WeWork kind of place. It's a, you know, they have study carrels and little rooms where you can go. And we said, this was 3-4 weeks ago. Okay, every Wednesday, Dave, Wednesday is going to be your YouTube prep day. Do your swim in the morning, get your breakfast, then head over there, and we won't bother you. And the customers come, Dave's out. You can tell them. They can tell them, I'm out doing something, and the customers will accept that, of course. It hasn't happened. 4 Wednesdays in a row, it hasn't happened because firefighting. One staff member couldn't come in today. The other ones are not experienced. I had to be here because we can't run with no veteran staff. So this week's Wednesday is gone. And this is now the story of my life. So just to reiterate, please, if you are here, do come. Say hello. I'm not trying to repeat again the same message. Don't bother me because I'm busy. Of course I'm here. If I'm in the building, say hello and talk. If I'm not here, too bad. Whatever. I'm sorry. We're going around the same territory here again and again.
Do you have any questions for me or anything?
Why aren't you out walking? I'm sorry.
Rain? No, I actually not even rain. Rain doesn't stop me anymore.
No, I think we've had a good conversation today. It's fine. When you asked to do this tonight, I'm thinking, is this going to be interview questions and answers questions? But you said you promised it wouldn't be like that, and it hasn't been like that.
And I tried to keep it not reporter-ish because
it's more of a podcasting.
It's almost more and that's why I think a direction, because I think just going and what's your name and how what's your, and I mean I was gonna actually ironically ask what's your favorite Japanese food, but do you have one specific?
Come on, Jason.
Because it's always funny whenever my Japanese clients talk to me, they always say the top questions I get are, what's your favorite Japanese food? Or Jason-san, do you have a favorite kanji? Or a favorite Japanese phrase or things like that? Do you have any of those?
I don't have this kind of conversation.
That's okay. No. That's it's always whenever I talk to Japanese people, it's always like that. So yeah, that's okay.
If we've come that far down and we're scraping the bottom of the barrel, it might be time to wrap this up. Yeah. I think. I'm not sure. It is fun to see, as I said before, I'm going to repeat the same thing. There's people that talk about projects and talk about projects. You're obviously guys going to do some of these things. So for that, I admire you, and that's why I'm going to spend time with you. So
thank you.
Keep it up, guy.
Thank you.
You're doing something interesting. I have no idea what the future holds for you. None of my business. It will bring what it will bring, but it sounds like you've got an interesting path in front of you. Find some good content and bring it to us.
Thank you. I hope so.
Let me know when this thing starts so we can talk about it on our stream, and
absolutely.
Should we be doing the raid thing? I don't know, whatever.
Raid thing helps out a lot.
Talk to the mods, because I'm the one. I end up not even seeing the chat and just signing off. So talk to the mods to make sure they're on board with this. Yeah. Tell them when you want this to happen and when you don't want it to happen because you're in the bathroom or something or whatever, and we'll happily do it. So.
Thank you. That's huge help. So I guess we'll sign off.
I'm not sure who you are or whatever, but thanks very much for hanging
Thank
around
you for
here.
hanging out.
I hope it hasn't been too much talking about the thing itself. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Maybe he's going to edit this later and maybe cut out some parts.
We'll
that
cut
might
out a
be,
few of the, but we're. I think overall I don't think we talked about anything too. I don't think we talked about.
Who's your next guest, or is it a guest? I'm not sure. Who's your next talking partner?
I would
I'm not
like
sure,
to do
whatever.
guests. One of my clients is a movie producer, and I've been trying to get her on.
A Japanese person,
She's a Japanese person who's made some pretty not big films, but pretty big films. So
and she speaks English. Well,
she's been my client for a few years. Yeah.
Sounds like fun. If you let me know when this happens.
So I'm trying to get her on. Otherwise, next guest will be on the road. It'll be there's a couple of very interesting, super interesting ryokan, like Minshuku ryokan at the bottom of Kagoshima, and one of them is called Showa Ryokan.
Places with history, you mean? A story?
Well, it's it looks like a mom and pop ryokan for like 80 years. So maybe not. I mean, there's history, but you can tell it's run by the same family for X number of years. Just by looking at it, you go, "Oh, this is."
So stories are obviously stories.
stories
Do
are
they
there.
speak English, or are you gonna?
I'll be in Japanese. It'll be in
Oh,
Japanese,
and you're gonna
then
subtitle
we'll be
it.
subtitling
Okay,
in
too
English.
bad.
But I mean, again, it's the not having even subtitling. I know some people, it's going to turn some people off. That's the reality. But I would, and if someone does magically speak English, then but I have to assume, and it's wrong to assume, but I have to assume that they probably don't speak English.
Maybe there's a
especially.
younger generation that can.
Maybe there's a chance, and that's another reason why I'm kind of emailing ahead some places. Now the ryokans, I'm gonna email ahead as well, but some of them they don't have emails. They don't have. I mean, they have fax they have fax machines, but I'm not.
There's also, especially a lot of accommodation type places are very gun shy about having cameras and stuff
Well,
inside.
and-
Understandably so.
Yep,
You know.
yep, and that's another reason why I'm focusing more on, like, by the time I get to hotels, stream stuff's off because I'm not even trying to play that game.
No,
I
but
don't
if
want
you're
to play
if you're
that
trying to
game.
bring us interesting people and interesting stories, well, maybe that's
Well,
on a day off and you're spending the day there, and yeah.
And so that's why, and again, too, I think after talking to them a little bit and saying, hey, I'm walking, and that's another thing, too, that whenever I was walking the Tokaido, once I explain people and say, hey, I'm doing this thing,
Yep. Then
they're
on board.
much
Yep,
more
yep,
open.
yep.
Because it's not, oh, here's another gaijin who's...
They've read the
blah, blah,
newspaper
blah, blah,
stories.
blah.
Yes.
It's, oh, this guy speaks a level of Japanese. He's camera's covered. It's fully covered. It's got a stocking cap on or whatever. It's off. It's unplugged. But that's what I'll be doing. Is I'll be rolling up. There will be no cameras, and then I'll say, hey, I'm a YouTuber. I would like to, if it's possible. But again, too, that's why I'm emailing places in advance to see if they will send me someone.
Jason, I'm sure there's a million stories out there.
Yeah.
I hope you can find a bunch of them. Good.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
No, best wishes
as
with
always,
the project.
and
Keep me in touch, as I said, with what you're doing, and good luck with the project.
thank you.
Thanks for listening to us.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Hey, if you liked that video, please consider hitting the thumbs up button. And if you want to see any behind the scenes or any other action that's not in these videos, please consider following the other social medias. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again. Take care. Bye. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Sensei Martian. Today our video is a conversation with my friend printmaker David Bull. He's been a friend for about a year, but I've been a fan of his for a couple of years now. And during one of his streams, a commenter talked about a book called The Roads to Sata by Alan Booth. I picked the book up on a whim, and then I read it in a day. I couldn't put it down. And the idea in the book, he walks from Hokkaido to Kagoshima, top to bottom of the main islands of Japan, and the idea was so large I couldn't do it possibly. There's no way. But last summer I was streaming and I was walking every day, 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles, 10, 20, 30 kilometers per day occasionally. And I thought, well, what if I just make it consistent? 20, 25 kilometers, go in one direction, see what happens. And so, as many of you know, that was the old Tokaido Road project. We walked from Tokyo to Kyoto, in about 24, 25 days. The test had been done. It was successful. Great trip. But it wasn't exactly what I wanted. I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to hear stories, listen to memories, learn about the history of places. I had talked to Dave about this a couple of times, and he agreed that, that there's more. There were more stories there, more to do there. And so when I told him about this next project, walking from Kagoshima to Hokkaido, I said I want to do interviews, not stiff, strict interviews, but I wanted to have conversations with people. And if he would be so kind to give me some time, if he wouldn't mind being the first official guest. And he said yes. So, without further ado, thank you very much for coming in. This is his and I's conversation about various things in life, content creation, coming to Japan, working, being successful, and I hope you enjoy it. Please consider following or subscribing or whatever to help out if you enjoy the content. If not, that's okay too. Thank you for coming in. Hope to see everyone soon. Bye.
We are up and
We
running.
are up and running. Great.
Do you need a sync?
But yeah. So
Hey, Jason, nice to see you.
nice to see you again.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for always letting me come bother you
No
at
problem
work.
at all. You're always a happy face coming in the door. There's always what's his latest adventure.